When you first lay eyes on the Wikov 35 Kapka, your brain does a double take. You instinctively look for the date, and when you see 1931, you almost don't believe it. It looks less like a Great Depression-era relic and more like something designed in a secret wind tunnel decades later. It's as if an engineer from the future got stranded in the 1930s and decided to build a getaway car. Today on Carland, we're looking at the car that proved being right too early is the same as being wrong. To understand why this car is a masterpiece, you have to remember what else was on the road in 1931. Most cars were essentially motorized horse carriages, tall, flat-nosed, and about as aerodynamic as a brick wall. The concept of drag wasn't even a conversation in car showrooms. Designers focused on prestige and height, completely ignoring how the air literally fought against the car as it moved. But over in Czechoslovakia, the engineers at Wikov were looking at the world through a scientific lens. They were influenced by the burgeoning, Streamline Moderne movement and the study of fluid dynamics. They didn't ask what a car should look like. They asked what shape a car needs to be to slice through the atmosphere. The result was the Kapka, which literally means the drop. This wasn't just a styling choice. Nature perfected the teardrop shape long ago as the most efficient way for a solid to move through a fluid. The Kapka's front was smoothed into a continuous curve, allowing air to be parted rather than hit. The roofline sloped into a long, tapered tail that prevented the vacuum-like turbulence that usually pulls back on boxy cars. Even more impressively, they partially enclosed the wheels. In 1931, having fenderless, integrated wheels was considered radical, almost alien technology. Underneath this futuristic shell sat the heart of a Wikov 35, a 1.7-liter inline-4 engine. It featured an overhead camshaft, OHC, which was high-tech for the time, producing about 35 horsepower. Now 35 horsepower sounds tiny today, but here is where the engineering value comes in. Because the car didn't have to fight the wind, it could hit 65 miles per hour with ease. A standard car of that era would have needed significantly more power and fuel to reach the same speed. The Kapka was the world's first real lesson in efficiency over displacement. The drivetrain was a reliable front engine, rear-wheel drive setup paired with a 3-speed manual. While the body was from the year 2000, the chassis was built to survive the rough, unpaved roads of the 1930s, utilizing heavy-duty leaf springs and solid axles. It was the perfect marriage of experimental physics and rugged reality. Driving the Kapka was a revelation. While other drivers were fighting steering wheels that shook from wind buffeting, the Kapka stayed eerily calm. Its low center of gravity and aerodynamic stability meant it didn't lean or wander at high speeds. It also featured 4-wheel drum brakes, a premium safety feature that ensured this teardrop could stop just as fast as it could flow. When you climb inside, the value add of the design becomes even clearer. Most people think a teardrop shape would be cramped, but the Kapka was surprisingly spacious. However, Wikov made a strategic choice to keep the dashboard and controls conventional. They knew the outside was a lot for people to handle, so they kept the inside familiar, a simple layout with a large, thin-rimmed steering wheel and basic gauges. But there was a hidden luxury, the silence. Because the air flowed so smoothly over the body, the cabin lacked the deafening wind howl that defined early motoring. Driving a Kapka was a serene, premium experience that felt years ahead of a Ford Model A or a Chevy International. So, why don't we see Wikovs on every street corner today? This is the tragic part of the Carland story. Despite being a masterclass in physics, only 6 prototypes were ever built. In the early 30s, people didn't want efficient. They wanted stately. The Kapka looked too weird, too smooth, and too un-car-like for the average buyer. It was a victim of its own brilliance. Sadly, not a single original Wikov Kapka survived the turmoil of the following decades. All we have today are painstakingly accurate recreations built from original blueprints. It serves as a haunting reminder that the automotive industry doesn't always reward the smartest person in the room. It rewards the person who arrives at the right time. The irony? Just 10 years later, every major manufacturer began scrambling to add streamlining to their fleets. Wikov had the answer in 1931, but the world wasn't ready to hear it. The Wikov 35 Kapka is a testament to the bold dreamers who look at a drop of water and see a faster way home. If you appreciate the history of the misfit cars that changed the world, make sure to subscribe to Carland and hit that notification bell. We're uncovering the greatest stories in automotive history, one weird car at a time. Thanks for watching.